All right, Miss Biscuit, are you ready? Place. Yes. Good girl. All right, so we're just going to start talking about markers. Markers aren't commands, they're just an indicator for a reward. And I use several different ones. The first one we're going to talk about is just yes. That means whatever you've told her to do, she's allowed out of that position and she can come to you to get some food. So in this case, we're just working on place. I'm going to cue the command place. My leash pressure turns on. I'm waiting for her to get all the way into a down on that little piece of carpet. If she needs food to help her out, I can, but right there, that's when the pressure turns off. And to release her and reward her out of this position, I'm going to mark yes. And that releases her all the way to me, and she gets a piece of food. Every single time I say one of these markers, there's going to be a food reward attached to it, especially here in the beginning. We're building the understanding for her that if she hears this word, she just made the appropriate decision. And this one, YES, releases her from that position. So again, I'll cue place. Pressure turns on. Right there, that's when it turns off. Yes. I can mark and reward. She comes all the way to me to get that piece. And notice I'm kind of backing up a little bit to encourage her to come all the way. Place. Whoop, you missed. So here, I'm just going to bring in the food to help her out. Get all the way on that bed. There you go. Yes. Good girl. All right, so that's our first marker. Yes, it's just releasing her out of that position. Now say I want her to remain there. I'm going to use a different marker. I'm going to cue her up. Place. Pressure turns on. Wait for her to get all the way there. My pressure turns off. Now this time I'm going to mark good. Whoop. This is why we practice this. Good. So good means stay in position. I just reset there because I marked and she got out of position. Not a big deal. We're still learning this stuff. And I use my leash to tell her to go right back down. Good. I can mark and reward as many times as I need. And right now I'm rewarding her right in between her legs because I don't want her to feel like she has to come up to meet me halfway to get this reward. Good. I need her to stay right where she's at, and I'm doing a trick here where I'm putting it right in between her paws. This encourages her, instead of like anticipating to try and meet that hand, it's now just going to arrive right between her legs, so she doesn't have to go anywhere. Good. And I can mark and reward, working on the duration side of things, so keeping her in one position for a long period of time. Right now my rate of reward is pretty high because all of this is still brand new, but over time I'm going to start rewarding her less and relying more just on my leash to hold her accountable to stuff. Yes. If I'm releasing her out, I can mark with a big YES. Now the last marker, and you probably won't use this a ton, but I do in the training process. Place. Get it. Is just an indirect marker, and all that means is it's now not coming directly from your hand. Place. Get it? Toss it that way so you can see. There you go. This, just like yes, releases her out of that command, but she doesn't need to come directly to you. Now she can come to the reward. Place. Get it. Good girl. Place. So just to recap here, if I want her to stay in that position, I'm going to mark good. Pay right where she's at. She doesn't need to go anywhere to get it. And if I want to release her out, I have two options. I can toss a piece of food and mark get it, or I can say yes and bring her all the way into me. Okay, nice job, kid. Place. Beautiful. Yes. All done.